Welcome to turning in a document that you have created in Inventor. We're going to create a new standard IDW, which is called a drawing. Double click or click once and say create. And this file is going to pop up for us. Up in the Place Views tab, we are going to come to a base view. And we need to select which document we want to put on here. So our little search icon, we're going to open an existing file. And we need to look into our H drive. That's where we've saved our performance test. So I see my H drive right here, gray symbol with username. And I'm going to scroll until I find my performance test. And then I can click open. It brings it in a little small, and my drawing view is covering it up a bit. So we're going to do two things. First, take this drawing view right here and just slide it partially out of the way. Not totally off the screen, but a good chunk. Next, we're going to scale this up to be a little bigger. If we drop that arrow down next to scale, we can change this to a 2:1. And it makes it a significant amount bigger. We also want a top view. If we take our mouse and go directly above the front view, you should see a dashed line and a dashed rectangle, and click once to place the top view. Directly to the right of the front view, we should see a dashed line and a dashed rectangle. We're going to click once to place a right view. And finally, we're going to come to the upper right somewhere up here, and we're going to click once. Now if you notice that your part is partially off the screen, just put your mouse on top and click and hold, and you can drag that one to a new location. Once we have our 4 views, we're going to come back to our drawing view box and click OK to lock them. We're going to add one final thing on here to size how big this pentagon is. Up in the Annotate tab, we're going to put a dimension in there. Click Dimension. I'm going to zoom in a little bit to show you. I'm going to click on the top line and the bottom line of my pentagon. Try not to grab the green dot, instead just the line. Click once. Click on the bottom line. Click once, and I'm going to take my dimension and move it all the way off my part and click to place it. We don't need to do any edits, so we're just going to click OK. And if I zoom back out, this is our performance test IDW. We're going to do two things with this performance test. We're going to save it and we're going to export it. Up at the top in the Inventor eye, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go Save As. We're going to change the name. This is going to be called Performance Test Drawing. And it's got a IDW as the Save As type. Please make sure you're always saving to your H drive. Don't send it to Documents, don't send it to this name, send it to the username, and click Save. We're going to come back to the Inventor eye and we're going to export this. If I click on Export, I can come to a PDF. And I'm going to change the name on this as well. I'm going to say Performance Test PDF. It is going to be labeled as a .pdf, but it's nice to put that word in there so we can see it clearly. And I'll click Save if it's in my H drive. A lot of times you're going to see this pop up in Google Chrome. It shows us what it looks like. We're going to open up a new tab in Google Chrome, and we're going to go to Google Classroom. I start typing Google, go to Classroom, and I'm going to sign in to my student account, pbowen@stu. You guys are going to type in your own information. Make sure you use the @stu, and your username typically has some numbers in it. I'm going to save this right now because it's on my computer, my login. We're going to find our class, Intro to Engineering, and we're going to find the Inventor Performance Test. Inside here, we are going to click Add, and we're going to add a file. We're going to select a file from the computer, click, and I'm going to go to my H drive and find the Performance Test PDF. So I have a lot of performance tests in here. I want the one that says Performance Test PDF. Here's performance test, here's the drawing. A lot of times the performance test PDF says a Chrome HTML document is the type, but it is a PDF. I'm going to click that and say open, and you should see .pdf. That's very important. If you grab the wrong one, X that out and add a different file. We're going to click upload. You're going to see it attach right here, and you should see a little preview of it. Your screen is going to say turn in right here. You're going to click turn in, and you're going to click turn in. Now Mr. Bowen is going to be able to click and open your file, see your part, see that dimension to see how well you did on the hexagon, and you have turned this in, and you are done with your performance test. Congratulations and good job.